So the previous live I was doing, I was talking about my story before I actually got into the car rental side, man. And I was talking about how when I was partying and stuff like that, I could keep a job for 2 years, but once I ended up sobering up, I could not keep a job for 2 months, and I knew that I could not continue that cycle. You know, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was living in complete darkness. And I had like the way that I ended up, the way that I ended up, stopping my bad habits was I took something called psilocybin mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? And those mushrooms basically allowed me to see that if I continue to do the same thing, living the same lifestyle, that I was going to end up in three positions, either in the ground, in jail, or an average ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up eating I think I ate my largest dose was like 7 grams. That's my largest dose of psilocybin mushrooms. But I was doing like on a regular, like doing what made me really change my life was like I think about 5 grams. I ate 5 grams and goddamn, I was like, I can't keep doing this, man. It was crazy of what I seen. Like I said, those were my three choices, and it scared the crap out of me. So I didn't just stop cold turkey, you know what I'm saying? But I really started to evaluate my life and seeing that, look, man, you got to stop. So it took me like a good month to, well, not a month, but like a couple of times I continued doing the same thing, like to say, man, quit. You know what I'm saying? I stopped. But before I actually took the psilocybin mushroom, man, I had tried to quit multiple times, like for years. I would quit every single month almost, you know what I'm saying, and then go right back to the same thing every single time. But those mushrooms really what caused me to stop. Like I said, once I did stop, man, I did get better jobs, but I couldn't keep those jobs for like 2 months. I didn't have no support through the process. Nah, my support was the shrooms. Like the shrooms of microdosing is what kept me back. Well, it's what put me back into position mentally to be able to keep staying on track. Now I still microdose every blue moon. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't need it no more because it. I don't like the shrooms kind of gave me the sense to get back on track and the motivation to see that if I keep doing the right thing, what it's going to lead to. Now it's not, I don't need motivation no more. Now it's pretty much instilled within me. The discipline is instilled within me to know that if you keep doing good's going to come out. You see what I'm saying? So that's with anybody, you know what I'm saying? Everything starts with motivation, but then motivation it won't keep you doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Because motivation is only temporary. Discipline is everlasting. So that's basically what I accomplished, what changed my life, man. And I knew that if I kept, basically, I ended up paying for a mentorship. I paid $800 for a mentorship to learn how to actually do what I do. I invested in my own self, and that started with an $800 investment because you cheated the site by results. Exactly. How do you handle situations where a renter has issues in the middle of the night? I still work also, so certain things kind of worry me a bit. In the middle of the night, man, I have an assistant that works all the way up until 3 a.m. But I have two tow truck drivers as to where if they have a flat tire or something like that, you know what I'm saying, my assistant knows to contact the tow truck driver to go assist them. But if it's a mechanical issue, man, they gotta wait until the morning time. Motivation without action is entertainment. Exactly, man. You can pretty much listen to the same stuff over and over again, but if you're not putting no action into it and doing the same thing every single day, you know what I'm saying, and instilling those actions within you, you know what I'm saying, motivation is only going to get you so far. But yeah, I ended up investing into an $800 course. And I followed that course to the T, man, going step by step by step by step. I didn't skip through it. I went from the beginning all the way into the end. You know what I'm saying? And followed every step. And that's what kind of got, well, that's what got me to where I'm at right now. But I kind of got, after I actually completed the course, I got stuck because I was only making so much money, man. I mean, you can buy so many cars, but you got to you have to pretty much learn the ins and out of it. It's not just about going and buying a $5,000 car and renting that car out to a rideshare food delivery driver, man. You got to understand about accident claims. You know what I'm saying? How to protect your assets and all of that, and how to market your company. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I pay for mentorship for. At that point in time, I was making like $20,000 a month, you know, and I paid $20,000 for mentorship, and that took me from like $20,000 a month to now over 100,000, like 140K a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in mentorship. So even though I'm making good money, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? And it all started with the $800 investment into a course. But yeah, man, y'all got any questions? I still. What's up, JTB Hard Money? What's up, no new friends? But yeah, man, that's pretty much my little synopsis of how I got started into the car rental game, man. You know, I appreciate you, Kat. But I mean, throughout I need the deets on the deets on Rent Central. How much is your mentorship? Right now, my mentorship is $24.97, but it's finna go to $49.97 like tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I invest a lot of time into my mentees, man, and my time is extremely valuable. And I'm producing results in my mentees, man. Like, you know, they're getting their investment back very, very fast. But yeah, do's and don'ts for renting under personal policy. All right, so when you're renting your cars under your personal policy, you want to make sure that you tell your renters but before you give them the keys, tell them, look, if you're ever stopped by the police or you're ever involved in an accident, do not say anything about this car as a rental. Only say that you were given permission to drive this car, or they're authorized to drive the car. They're also not to ever say anything about they were doing rideshare or food delivery, because if they say that in the actual police, if they tell the police officer that, then the police officer is going to put that this person was driving a rental car and this person was doing DoorDash in the police report. Guess what? That police report is going to go back to your insurance provider, and they're going to see that this person was doing robbery in the car, and they're going to put you under special investigation, which will lead to you, if you don't know the right thing to say, it will lead to your insurance policy being it would lead to you being kicked off of your personal insurance policy. So you gotta know what to say, man. What's your take on insurance? What you mean by that? $140 a month? Yeah, it's $140 a month, man. But I mean, it's just a number. You know, that's how I look at it, man. My lifestyle hasn't really changed like that. You know, it's changed a little bit, but I'm not out here like splurging like that, man. I'm reinvesting 90% of my money back into my business. You know. So yeah, it's 140, but it's just a number to me. Any other questions? Details. Just hit me up in the DM. The owner's name is Michael. So if you tell him I sent you, man, he'll take care of you, Kat. How many cars in your fleet? Now, right now I have 67 cars in my fleet. I just had one get totaled out, but 67 total in my fleet. 67 Toyota Priuses. I'm thinking about adding some vans, some Toyota Siennas and Honda Odysseys into my fleet, because I'm able to make more off those vans, and also my renters are able to make more by doing Uber XL. How do I screen my renters? So when I screen my renters, I use something called, in Rent Centric, they have it as to where you can send a link out to your renters and they can scan their driver's license in the Rent Centric software, and it will verify if their driver's license is valid, approved, if there's anything like forgery and stuff like that. So Rent Centric will verify if the license is valid. I also use a website called Intellius.com. It's spelled INTELLIUS.com. lius.com, as to where I run a background check on every single renter to make sure they don't have any theft, felonies or crimes against humanity that could make them not able to drive for the apps and stuff like that, or if it could come back as to where if anything goes wrong with the rental, they would try to, harm me or anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Do you self-insure my vehicles? Yes, I do. I don't use the third party insurance agencies like I teach, due to the fact of the reason why I don't use the third party insurances is because it takes, when I first filed a claim with them with Allianz Travel Insurance, it took me during there like 3 months to get paid out, because the renter basically ghosted them. But I teach my students how to not go through what I had to go through, and they can get paid out a lot quicker. But that is what made me change my business model as to where now I self-insure, as to where I charge every single one of my renters a collision damage waiver of $14 every single day that they're in my car. So my base rental rate is $60 per day, plus $14 for the collision damage waiver. So I make $74 per day per car. Now I make over $18,000, like between $18,000 to $20,000 a month just off of collision damage waivers. So if they tear my car up, you know what I'm saying, like a front bumper cover gets damaged and it needs to be replaced, painted, and all of that, it only cost me $500. So $500 compared to making $18,000 to $20,000 a month off of collision damage waivers, that's nothing. You see what I'm saying? They can tear up 2-3 cars. It's not gonna hurt. So that's what I do. But I advise you, if you don't have, if you have a small fleet, don't use that method, man. You want to go ahead and use the third party insurance agencies. So what do you do about tickets and tolls? About tickets and tolls, man, you got to contact customer service and give them and send them over the rental agreement. Any other questions? Customer service or the county clerk office. I'm full of game, cat. I'm full of game, man. I learn something new every single day, though, man. You know, even when it comes to human behavior, you know, learning these renters, man. It's some messed up people out here, for real, man. Like, it's people with mental issues, man. But that's a part of the game, though. You know, that's why this business is so lucrative. You know, because some people be like, man, why do they pay you $500 a week to go to rent a car when they can go to a bank and get a loan? The reason is just like, you know, it's all about financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Some people can go to the bank and get a loan. Some people have to go to a credit advance. I mean, a cash advance place. We're in the business of, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of like the cash advance places. You know what I'm saying? We charge high interest rates. You know, we're kind of like I wouldn't say slumlord. I mean, even in real estate, we're not slumlords because we are giving them a reliable vehicle that's you know, in good condition. But you know, we're getting a lot of money off these people, but we take care of them at the same time. So it wouldn't be slumlords. It's just, I would say, cash advance places, high interest rates, loans, whatever. Any other questions? Yep. If you got any questions, man, I'm gonna give you the answer, man. How long it took you to get to 60 plus cars? About 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's about 3.5 years, yeah. The thing is, I've never financed a car ever in life besides my personal cars, like my Mercedes Benz, which is paid off. My Vet, I just paid that off 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? I bought my Vet last September, and the economy cars basically paid that car off in 9 months, you know. But when it comes to the economy cars, I went and purchased every single car cash. Now, how did I do that? What I done was, man, I basically took everything that I made from my job, and I had a job. Then I got fired from that job, and I started doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Amazon Flex. I worked all of those apps. I worked 12 hours per day, 7 days a week for almost 2 years, man. And I basically took all of my earnings and went and bought cars cash cars off of Facebook Marketplace, and I formed a relationship with a auto dealer. With all those cars you have, how big is your team, or are you a one man show? So I'm the only, the vet paid off, man. I'm waiting on my darn title too. So, I'm the only person in the United States in my business that's running a fleet of 67 cars, renting out 67 cars. But I have a team though. I have three virtual assistants. Well, I have four now. I just hired somebody before I hop on this live. So I have 4 virtual assistants now who live in the Philippines who run my business for me. I also have a relationship with a auto mechanic. Well, two auto mechanics, a auto dealer, and also a body shop, as to where if anything goes on, you know what I'm saying, they take care of it for me. I also have relationships with tow truck drivers, as to where if a car needs to get repossessed or picked up offside the road or something like that, I only pay them $100 to go get the car for me. So 2 years from 0 to 60. Well, not 2 years. I would say 3.5 years from 0 to 60. Yeah, all cash cars, no loans at all. Yup. Any other questions? But I mean, there's another way that you can get into this game without having to, you know what I'm saying, use your own money. As far as like using the 0% interest rate credit cards, they also have something called the SunTrust Lightstream auto loan play that you can use as to where they only want the title, and they would transfer the money into your bank account, and you can go buy cars that way, you know. And also pay for my mentorship if you really want to run it up. Yeah, most definitely, Kat. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, that's pretty much how I got where I'm at. When do you decide to go commercial? So I advise my mentees to go commercial. Really, you can go commercial after two cars. A lot of people think that the commercial insurance policies are a lot more expensive, and they're actually not, man. Especially when you're going with GMI or Romley. You know, with Romley, you can get a commercial insurance policy for like $90 a month. You know, some people paying more in personal insurance than with the commercial insurance policy. But you can get 2 cars. I mean, you can put, if you got 1 car, you can put 1 car on Romley. Now, with GMI, you got to have at least 2 cars. Then you can go ahead and go with GMI. But they also do charge a security deposit, which can run the initial price up to activate the insurance policy. But if you got 5 cars, like let's just say if you got 5 cars, you can put those 5 cars on 1 personal insurance policy. And then on your 6th car, I advise you to go ahead and go with GMI or Romley. So all of the guys you were speaking on is actually a part of your team, most definitely. After 5 cars, you can go ahead and go commercial. What's up, JP? Any other questions? I hope this was of value to you all, man, to see that this game is really very lucrative, man. You know, and as long as you know how to maneuver through it, man, you can be very successful. This game could really change your life. Just like it changed mine, my mentees, and others as well, you know. So don't go commercial until we have 5 to 6 cars. I mean, you can go commercial with 1 car with Romley, or you can go, my mentorship is 3 months. Or you can go, once you get 5 cars, you can go, you can go with GMI after you get 2 cars or 5 or 6 cars. But I break that down, man. I just broke it down, but I'm going to post this video onto my Instagram page. You can go back and review it, man, or join my mentorship and get the deep game inside of it, man. Especially when dealing with these insurance claims, and learn how to run up a bag with these insurance claims, man. Getting paid 5 to 6 times off of 1 insurance claim. But yo, guaranteed, man. If I never would have paid for a mentor, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, man. I'd be stuck somewhere, you know. Guaranteed. A lot of people think that mentorship is like people wanting to make money off of you, but you know what I'm saying? it's money in mentoring, but it's also helping people get over their hump and teaching them how to actually, you know what I'm saying? It's giving them the answers to every single question that they have. You know, it's like mentorship is really, it's going to fast track you to your goals, you know. And then once, like, now it's to the point now as to where when I invest in mentorship, man, like when I first made my initial investment on buying a course, I was scared as crap. Like, man, am I gonna actually get what I need? You know what I'm saying? And then I got everything I needed and ran it up, you know. And now, like, I don't even think twice about investing in mentorship no more. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I study that person for a while. I study them, man. You know what I'm saying? Study their lifestyle, what they talking about, everything, and then I go ahead and invest into it. You know, but yeah. It is necessary. It's an investment in ourselves. Exactly. It's very necessary for mentorship, most definitely. It's like having someone hold your hand. Exactly. Someone to hold your hand, man, for real. You know, my mentees, man, they call me. They can call me at any time in between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. 7 days a week. You know, and I'm gonna answer the phone on the first or second ring. If I don't answer the phone and I'm too busy, I'm gonna call them right back once I'm free to make sure that they get fed. My mentorship right now is $24.97 today, but it's going to increase to $4,997 for 3 months of mentorship. It's one-on-one mentorship. You get one Zoom call every week for the Zoom calls last about 2 hours. It's really supposed to be 1 hour, but it ends up going over to about 2 hours every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You also get access to my app and everything, man. You get one-on-one access to me. You get my personal phone number as to where if you got any questions at any time between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I got you. What method were you saying not to use for small fleets? I don't understand that. Oh, yeah. So you don't want to use the collision damage waiver when you have a small fleet, like anything under 10 cars. You do not want to use like how I do. I don't use the third-party insurance agencies. You know what I'm saying? Like I charge my own customers $14 a day. You see what I'm saying? So I get all the money instead of giving the other third-party insurance agencies the money. I get it, and I'll take care of my own cars when they get damaged. So instead of having to file claims when my renters are at fault. I had to get off the live for a second. That's cool. I'm going to repost this live on my actual page. The Zoom call is good. If you haven't done it, do it. I appreciate you too, Fly Chick. Cool, man. I break it down and make it make sense for you, man. But hey, I'm gonna get off this jump. Hold on. What up, fam? Can you speak on booking a customer once they contact you through contract signing operationally? All right, cool. So this is how it starts, man. It's multiple ways to do this. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say if you're running the Facebook Marketplace play and you have your ad onto Facebook, listed onto Facebook Marketplace, they're going to contact you through your DM. The hardest way to do it is to go ahead and ask them for their first and last name, phone number, and email. But look at it like this. A lot of people ain't finna give you that information. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know who you are. I mean, you have an ad onto Facebook Marketplace play, but there are a lot of scams that happen on Facebook Marketplace, which is why I advise my mentees to go ahead and have my resource build them a website so they can be social proof and have the people open up more to give them their information as to where they ain't even got to ask for all the information. They put the link to their website in the actual DM, and then they're going to automatically give them the information they need once they see their website. So after they get that, they get the information. I train them to have their virtual assistants contact them immediately via phone. So they contact them and ask them, hey, I see that you're interested in renting a car for ride share and food delivery. How can I assist you? After they get that right there, then they ask them for a screenshot of their driver profile with their first and last name on it to verify that they actually work for the apps. Because we only rent our cars out to ride share and food delivery drivers, period, point blank. I don't rent my cars out to 9-to-5ers. They don't make enough money to afford my cars. You see what I'm saying? Once we got that, we verify that they work for the app. Then we go ahead and send them the link to my actual other website to where they can put in a reservation to come pick up the car. Once they do that, then my assistant sends them over a link to via Rent-Centric to scan their driver's license to make sure that it's valid. Once we get that, then we go ahead and take their driver's license and put their contact. We'll put their first and last name, age, and where they're from, and Tellius. Then we run the background check on them to make sure everything's good with that. Once everything's good with that, we go ahead and rent them the car. They come to they meet me at Starbucks. Then I go ahead and my assistant, before they even come to Starbucks, my assistant goes over all the policies with them. Then she also sends out my PDF of my rental policy, my pre-rental policy. Then once they come pick the car up, before they pick it up, before I hand them over the keys, I go back over the policies with them so they can't say, "Oh, you didn't tell me this." You know what I'm saying? So they already know. They process their payment. If they haven't ever driven a Prius before, Priuses are a little bit different from regular cars, but it's very simple. I give them a tutorial on how to drive the car, hand them over the key. She sends over the documents for them to upload to their app. Good to go, man. That's the process. Seamless. Offer 5K. Would you agree to 6K? Meet halfway. The car is 90 minutes away. What do you mean by that? And what kind of car is it? 2015 Fusion 2.5 engine, 94,000 miles, clean title. Asking 7K, is that a good deal? What price would you? 2015, 7K, 94,000 miles. I give him 5,500 for it. Thank you. You take payment at the meetup. Exactly. I only take my payments at the meetup, man. Majority of the time, if you ask for them to go ahead and process the payment before they get the car, it could sometimes cause you to lose a renter, you know. So I accept all payments when they come pick the car up. What's up, Miss Njoba? What up, Kelly? 1 of 1. How y'all doing? But I think, man, I gave y'all a lot of game for free, man. Hey, if y'all were wanting to learn more, I'm actually having a free live webinar tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Comment the word profit in my DM. I will send you the link as to where you can join the free live webinar to be me personally. You know what I'm saying? And hey, y'all have a great day, okay? Take care.